Alright, good to see you everybody. We got the start for the simulated Rolex Sydney to Hobart race starting up about 6 minutes, so I need to get some sails up here. Let's get this main halyard. We've been kind of sitting around here getting things set up for a while. Pretty decent wind, looking at about 10 knots. It's watching the real race. We're starting at the same time we are. They got 7... they're delayed by a minute, it looks like. I'm interested in all the 100-foot boat Super Maxis that are going to be on the start of this. I was going to do this in the Mini, and then last minute I decided to drop out of the Volvo Ocean race so I could use this boat for the Sydney to Hobart, because there's not really many Minis around in this race. There's a lot of 50s. Alright, let's get out of irons here. But yeah, I haven't been enjoying the Volvo Ocean race on here. You know, this game's got a long way to go if it, you want to do a around the world race like that, and I just don't think this game's ready for that. Why can't I see what the hell's going on? There we go. So, almost 5 minutes to go. I want to get up close here by the line. Yeah, we'll pull our jib out here shortly. We got to get over that way. So it's going to be an interesting start. It's going to be a reaching start out of Sydney Bay here, and round a few marks, and then it's just a straight shot down to Hobart down here in Tasmania. Should take us a couple days to get there. Is that a 5-minute gun? Alright, let's get that closed up for a minute. I don't really need that. You can zoom in, I guess, on the start line here. There's a lot of boats in this race. Look at that. Alright, good. I'm going to tackle over here with just the main. We're not going to pull the jib out yet. Kind of going away from the line. It's weird with a reaching start, so I want to get over here somewhere. Okay, not as much wind as I was hoping for, but should do. Let's do some adjustments here. Out haul. Fuck, I want to trim this in a little bit. Curve. Try pulling the Cunningham. Well, you know. Yeah, it looks a lot better already. Let's go back. And it looks like the star line's up here. That mark. And another mark over here. Find out where I want to be. As you can see, there is a boat in the real race called Comanche. That's Blackjack. Those guys are probably going to do good. I start 3.5 minutes almost. That's Comanche's crew. I named my boat Apache. Pretty similar color scheme. I like it. I've been donning this color scheme for quite a while. Word Apache on the back. Scoot in front of this guy here. What do we got? 3 minutes. I'm going to be early. We're going to have to jostle around here. You know what we'll do? Actually, I'm going to come in front of him. I'm thinking we're going to need the code 0 instead of the jib at the start, since it's a reach and only 10 knots of wind. So, yeah, either the code 0 or the Jenniger. Where is my main sheet right now? It's not all the way in, so slough it. I want to get closer to the line. Well, we are pretty close to the line. What was that? It's kind of hard to start here and watch the real race happen too, so I don't think we're going to be able to catch the real race. the real race start. You know, we're gonna be too busy on this. A bunch of boats over here coming up on me. What do we got? A minute, 50 seconds. We could come over and luff here. Just dump the main sheet right off. Come down a little bit and then dump that main sheet right off. There, now we're not going anywhere. But let's go up to the bow here and see how we are on the line. So we still got a little ways to go, so we're going to need to pull the trigger pretty quickly. In fact, with less than a minute, I'll probably just jog my way up there. And I'm thinking what kind of angle we're going to need with the way the wind's kind of oscillating here. There's 1 minute. I'm going to pull the jib up, I think. Well, we don't need it yet, but let's get the main sheet in. Pull up a little bit here. Anybody close to us? Yeah, there's a lot of guys over there. Alright, dump that main sheet again. I don't want to go too fast. I want to be able to walk on this line, pretty much. Go up to the bow again. You can kind of judge the distance a little bit better up there. And yeah, everyone's kind of on our starboard side. We're clear of the port. 20 seconds. Let's get that jib out. Jib sheet, yeah, luff that, luff that. We can go low if we have to. I don't want to be early. 5 seconds, pull in, pull in, pull in. We're going. Good timing. I need to come up a little bit here. Everything's trimmed in pretty good for right now. We'll work on the sail trim details a little bit more once we're away. Where's my main sheet? Trailer needs to come up. There we go. Alright, so the fleet's high of us, but we got a mark to go to that we're pretty much aiming right at, so it's pretty much a drag race at this point. Let's work on sail trim here. Get that twist on the mainsail the right way. Give me my main sheet, thank you. Alright, well it's saying the main is pretty good right now actually. The jib... Yeah, we need some more backstay. Kind of feel that. And backstay, where is jib sheet? Kind of pulling away from people actually at this point. A little foggy. It is in the real race too. Here they just started 40 seconds ago. They got Comanche over here. Blackjack, who I think might win this thing. I think Blackjack and Comanche are the favorites because they're pretty fast. Wild Oats is always up there too. Let's see what happens. Alright, so this guy's got some speed on me right now, so I watch him while I continue to play around with the curve. And let's check the map too, make sure I'm still pointing in the right direction. We need to come up a few degrees. We're about there. Move the lead car. Where is my lead car? Nah, that's too much. Pull on a jib halyard. I don't want to do that. We don't need to. Alright, well that actually helped. No, that's not helping. I don't know what to do to get the curve of that. He fell off. Okay. How's the main looking? Cunningham. Alright, main's good. Yeah, everything's flying on the main. I can't get the jib trimmed right though. Continue to play around with that. Because I pull something and then it doesn't like it. End up kind of backtracking. Where the hell are we? There we go. No, I already can. Let's play around with the backstay here. See, you know, one thing says pull the backstay, and then when you do that, it says ease the backstay. You know, it's kind of a joke. That's why I don't like doing the Volvo Ocean Race in this game right now, because it's still got a long way to go. I think it's still alpha, in my opinion. This game is still on alpha. Or the telltales on the jib. I mean, they're flying well, but it's just the shape's not optimized. Lead car, there we go. Every time I play around with that, it doesn't like it. At the top. Oh well. Get too much outhaul on the main. Honestly, I'm struggling with the jib right now, so I'm not going to bother with it anymore. We got good pace. These guys, I believe, they're going to have to fall way off, come down towards me for this first mark rounding. I need to come up by a few degrees. But so far, it appears we're leading the pack. We had a really good start. I'm a little worried about Vitaly over here. He's kind of gaining on my leeward side. And Disco Infidel. Is that Disco Infidel? Yeah, he's going to be a threat. Who else we got? Slow-mo. These are all guys I recognize from the Volvo Ocean Race. So I think they're going to be a threat. Got a couple of the minis back here, probably. Well, they had a handicap system that Nomad worked out for this Sydney to Hobart race, so you could use different types of boats if you wanted to do the Volvo Ocean Race, and you have to use this boat for the Volvo Ocean Race. So I thought about it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll use the mini Transat boat for the Sydney to Hobart, and then do leg 3 of the Volvo Ocean Race. And then I thought about it some more, and I was like, nah, I'd rather have this boat for the Sydney to Hobart race. I'd enjoy that race a lot more than... I've been having issues with the Volvo Ocean Race. It's, you know, they last for 20, 25, 30 days, and I just have had nothing but problems with bugs kind of screwing up my race and whatnot. So we'll probably rejoin. Definitely I want to do the Auckland to Brazil leg, but I'm not sure if I'll do the Hong Kong up to Australia up to Hong Kong leg, just because I don't think I'd enjoy that leg very much in real life. Too many islands. Yeah, last time they were sailing over in Asia in the last Volvo Ocean Race edition, they were hitting fish nets and all kinds of crap. They had too much traffic between cargo container ships and fishing vessels. Sailing in Asia is just not that enjoyable. is what I kind of Alright, so something's changed where I need to get more outhaul on board there. And we need some more trailer on the main. Oops, wrong button. See, you need more trailer and then you don't need it. It's fucked up. I feel like it changes with whenever you hit a wave. Alright, so our first mark, I'm trying to locate this thing. Very foggy day. What are we looking at here? A spectator fleet? There they are. Yeah. Looks like Comanche and Blackjack are just tied. Off on their own. Look at that wild oats behind them. It's a long race though. This is just the harbor part of the start, so. I can't seem to locate this mark. I think we got a ways to go. And it's a bit foggy up there, so I just don't want to be playing around with the trim and miss my mark or anything. So let's go back to the jib trim and see what we can do about that. So it wants more backstay. Well, I've played around with the backstay the whole freaking time. And I honestly don't believe it needs to be that tight as I have it right now, but the curve in the jib is too far back. Yeah, well, everything I'm doing is not fixing that problem, so thank you. I mean, the only thing I can play with is the jib card, and it doesn't seem to like that at all. Now it's too round. What can we do here? Ease a halyard, backstay. Yeah, it doesn't like that at all. Let's go back to the lead car. Whatever. Leave it alone. I'm leading the race right now. That's all that matters. And I gotta set some waypoints up. Once we round this mark out here, heading out into the ocean, I'm gonna set some waypoints up to sail when I'm offline, so we don't run into the land or anything. But I'll set a couple points up here, and it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be mostly downwind sailing as long as we stay out of this area. And I still have to look at windy and really get the long-term forecast, but. And then hopefully I'll be online when we're coming into Hobart, because we got a pretty tight finish line in the harbor here. Alright, let's go back to what matters right now, because we're about to round a mark. If I can see the son of a bitch. I got it, it's over here. So we can come up by a few degrees. And now I'm luffing everything, so let's tighten everything up. These guys got to come down. I don't know what you guys are doing. We're going to have a little bit of a windward section trying to get from that one mark to the other mark. So they might have me, this group of guys over here, if they can get down quickly. Let me get up on the rail here and kind of get a better idea of what's going on. If they can come down quick enough, they might have me, because I came down too far. Unless I get a favorable wind shift right now, I'm down too far. But it looks like if things might heat up here, it might get interesting. It might have some tacking duels going for this little bit of space over here before we head out to sea. So I have to keep my eye on those guys. Especially Disco Infidel and who else is down here? I think I'm looking at... Wait, where's Disco Infidel? Oh yeah, that's him. Him in slow-mo, it looks like. Yeah, we'll have to watch Disco Infidel over there. But we're not doing bad. It's a long race. I was just hoping for a little bit of a shift. There it is. I can come up by a few degrees now. Oh, got wet. How's the real race going? These guys are going to be flying if it's downwind. On these Super Maxis, you know, these things are fast. Alright, there's still people starting the race behind us, so that's fun. I'm going to do this. Whoa, I did not want to do that. I do not like that the game does that. I'm just setting up a navigation thing so that if I have to go away from the computer, the boat will maintain its current heading, or angle to the wind rather. Yeah, these guys got a huge puff because they're coming way up on me here. Oh well, lost out to those guys, so we'll just have to try to catch them here. Yeah, they're flying. As soon as they put the bow down, they come down here to join me. They started taking off like a rocket. But now we're all going to be pretty equal because we're going to have to tack like crazy. Let's get rid of that. Alright, so come up about 45 degrees, not any more than that, you're going to luff. Fall down. Alright. So I guess we'll just carry this where we can and then tack. It's not worth it to tack right now because there's a big landmass right over there. And there's not a lot of wind, so we need to keep as much as we can. I don't know why my boat's not maintaining heading right now. Alright, so we officially passed that mark and we're moving on to this one, but we're going to have a tight window of tacking here. Disco Infidel off to my right. Lost a lot of ground, I guess, because they started where I probably should have been on the start line, but alright, we need some more backstay here. Just keep luffing. Get the Traveler up here. And I think we're going to tack. I don't want to end up in a wind shadow if we end up over there. And we'll have to tack again a couple more times. Make sure we're clear. Everyone's kind of tacked over right now at this point, so we're alright. And where's our jib trimming? We got a jib sheet needs to be in. Let's go back to the jib and try to play around with it. Tried to pull the lead car. Everything I do does not work. Pull a halyard or a backstay. I've tried that. Not even getting the option for the fucking backstay. Let me turn around here and select it by hand. Hello? Whatever. Try the halyard. Alright, that helped a little bit with the main. I'm going to leave it right there. Or the main, the jib. Let's check our map. We got to attack again. We're ending up in like a seclusion zone over there that I do not want to be in. Oh, we got a port starboard ahead of us here, these guys. Lee bow situation. Did he get out of the way? Oh, that's a... You could call a penalty on that if you wanted. As a seagull just flies through my invisible sail, obviously. Oh, these guys are close. Look at that. Might be a penalty situation here. The guys in Comanche are kind of yelling at him. Who's in front of him? Wild Oats? How the hell did they get up there? Interesting battle going on there. I need to fall off. I got no air in the jib there. It's just a flat wall. Two boats nearly hit each other. Yeah, I just watched that. Alright, we got another wind shift, so I gotta tackle over here. It's pushing me off. Losing ground on a couple other boats right now because of these wind shifts. Right, I just gotta pay more attention here. I'm trying to optimize the sail trim, man. I'm not really looking at where everybody else is. So he's gonna cross us. We're fine on him. When we come up, we got a nice wind shift here. I can come up right on his stern. Why did he lag out there? That doesn't make any sense. I'm fine. Hey, that was close. Couple more tacks before it makes its mark. Who was that just crossed us, by the way? Slow-mo? Wow, we caught up on him. Alright, just sail the boat now. I'm fine with sail trim. As long as the tails are flying, I'll be happy. Where did Disco Infidel get off to? Right up here. Okay. It's a long race. We're not doing that bad. Let's keep these tails flying. I'm in bad air from these guys, it must be. Yeah, it must have been from him. You better go, buddy. I'm coming. Okay. There's Disco Infidel up there. Trying to catch him up. Another wind shift this tack. The wind's oscillating all over the place out here with the... Be a little more stable once we get away from the landmass a little bit of Sydney Harbor. That jib looks too tight. Let's check this out here. It just keeps saying that the curve of the jib is too far back, and I've tried everything. It says pull this, pull that. Well, everything looks too goddamn tight now. I don't trust this game. Like I said, I'm just going to sail the boat. Unless we have a major wind shift, this should be the last tack I'm going to take towards the mark. Maybe not. Maybe I'll go in again. Yeah, we're going in again. It just shifted again. Go. Right about there. Oh, see, the steering on this thing sucks. Let go of the... straighten out the tiller and the thing still slides another 30 degrees on you. Alright, so there's our mark. Before we head out to the sea. And I can come up quite a bit here, so let's check our low side, see where everybody is. I said, check the low side. Alright, who is this over here? I can't tell. Well, Disco Infidel is going to be leading us out, I believe. Alright, let's get ready to throw an attack here. Let's watch this guy low of us. He's tacking. I think he'll cross us though. Nope, lee bow. I'm going over. If I can turn quick enough, I'm going to end up in this bad air though. No, he'll pass us quick enough. Oh, he's not trimmed. His jib's flapping. Maybe I can pass him on the leeward side. That's what it looks like right now. Let me come up a few degrees, see if I can luff him a little bit. His jib's flapping. All over the place. Look at that. He's not paying attention. Oh, I just need a little bit of a boost right now. Come on. No, we're going to hold this until we tack. Yeah, one of the minis, I believe. No, that's not a mini. That's a 50. Looks small for a minute. I was like, wait a minute, how is a 50 or a mini up here? I think all the minis are back here. Alrighty, so I'm trying to pay attention. That's 1, Disco Infidel, 2, 3, 4. We might be 4th or 5th around this final mark. Which kind of sucks, but oh well. We had the lead for a while, and then they came darting down on us, and we lost a lot of room. Let's tack, even if I have to tack again. I don't want to get too far over on this side. Yeah, we might have to tack again, but that's alright. Unless we get a lift. Let's check the low side. Gonna be interesting with this guy. Come up a few degrees. I think I got him on a cross. Yeah, we're clear. And we got the mark too, so just fall down a few degrees, come right down on that. Blackfish 2. Gotcha. Alright, falling off. It's jib halyard, let's dump that down a little bit. Jib furl main sheet, let's dump that a little bit. Because we're not going to need to be... Oh wait, too much. I guess we're still kind of heading into the wind a little bit, but we get out a little ways, we can fall way off, and hopefully have some downwind conditions. But speaking of which, let's hold that for a minute, see what's going on with this. Ooh, they're doing a sail change. I can't imagine those sails are so huge. Let's go to windy. Not freaking windy. And we need to go to Australia. Look at that. Oh, what the hell? This thing's retarded. Alright, so coming out of Sydney, it's going to take a few hours for it to transfer into more of reaching conditions and then downwind conditions. And just making sure I was still clear. Going into Tuesday, if we stay in towards the shore, yeah, it fills in by tomorrow night really nicely. I want to come down here by White Mark Island and try to catch into this. If we get down there late Tuesday, early Wednesday, this is when this starts developing right here off the northeast coast of Tasmania. And that's what we want to get in with the spinnaker in this boat. So, or the gennaker for that matter. Massive sail change going on there. Jesus. I want to race on one of those boats so bad. Those things are so beautiful. The Super Maxis. Alright, so I think we'll hold this. Plan on holding this out for a while. I'm going to be on for a little bit longer. Figure I've probably been on for about a half hour right now. We'll try to aim closer for 45 minutes to an hour. And let's see, we said we wanted to stay close to the shoreline, so I think I can afford to fall off a few degrees and dump some of that tightness on the jib. Just a little bit. 9.5, 9.6. Main sheet trailer, leave that alone. Nope, I didn't like that. Main looks good, jib, same crap. Don't really care anymore, that thing is a joke. Like, I'm almost 20 degrees lower than I was when I was beating, and it's still telling me my sail trim is the same. Tails on both sides look pretty good. It's just a drag race with these guys right now. But not bad, we're still Disco Infidel pretty much leading the pack right now. Him and Pete, the guy with two first names, Pete Gregg. So we'll just try to catch those guys up over the next couple days. And I want to know what's going to happen when I go offline, because there's no automated sail trim. No protest. Well, I saw a couple boats that could have protested and probably got a penalty on that guy, but oh well. Where did he come from? So I'm kind of concerned because everything's controlled manually, and I want to know what's going to happen when I go offline. So this is the overall race leaderboard is showing us in 6th right now, which isn't too bad, but that's obviously not too accurate because it only measures between you and the finish line. So it doesn't take into consideration that, hey, you know, So if I went out here to catch a wind, a better wind, I'd probably be in dead last because I'm farther away from the end of this line. What are they talking about here? Still focused on Comanche after that sail change. I wonder what happened to him. Live and free, really. I did not know that watching a sailboat race should be free. Doesn't look like the tracker's really up and running yet. It was a light air. They put a bigger sail up. Interesting. Alrighty, where's everybody else? A lot of people staying in close to the shore. Let's start getting a few waypoints set up here for the overnight. I want to be able to edit. I want to stay close to shore like I was stating earlier. So pretty simple. No real strategy other than trying to stay in the wind here. And according to Windy, where are you? Actually, we want to be on GFS 22 because that's what the game uses. And go back to now. Coming out of Sydney, that's what it's showing. Reaching conditions turning into more downwind conditions in a few hours. But we want to stay away from this. That's the blue hole of death. So yes, the plan is to stay in close to shore, catch this downwind. By late tomorrow, it really fills in nicely. So try to get into this, and then just follow that, drive back and forth, follow that down to Hobart. Nothing too fancy, just need pure speed pretty much to, you know, get around these guys. So we'll put another mark like right here. Actually, we'll go like right there. And that's where we're going to catch the downwind. And we'll come in like this. And this is going to be subject to change, obviously. I'm not going to... But we'll come flying in like that. Something like this. Blackjack Rocks. I wonder if that's why they named the boat Blackjack. And hopefully we'll be online for our arrival. That would be really nice. Lock that so I don't fuck it up. And I can zoom back in on what's going on around me for right now. This is just a spectator or somebody out there. He's not in the race, so it might look like these guys are really far ahead of us, but they're not in the race. Still a bunch of guys back here starting the race. Yeah, a lot of guys back there still starting the race. So they'll have some ground to make up. Oh, just hit a big wave on the bow there. That wasn't fun. Yeah, still hanging on the same kind of wind angle, so I don't need to do any sail trim, I don't believe, as long as the main's alright. That jib, I don't believe what's going on with the jib right now. So. Take a look outside for a little bit. So my time in upstate New York, it's about 9:30 at night, so honestly I'm probably going to be on for a few more hours. But I have a few commitments in the morning, so I gotta go actually brush the snow off of my real sailboat. It's on the hard right now for winter, and we've had a lot of wet snow lately, and I've never really had this problem before, but I got a lot of snow sticking to the tarps, and I'm afraid it's going to cave in or break something, so I'm trying to get down there whenever we have some decent snowfall and just brush it off with my deck brush or something. I have a solution, but I have to rebuild or add on to the actual framework that holds the tarp up. But so I don't think I'm going to do that this winter. I'll just do it over the summer and it'll be ready for next winter. But because of a stern rail on my boat, if I can maybe use this as an example. Zoom in, damn it. This thing's not quick enough. My stern rail on my boat comes all the way over the back like this, and then I have very large pieces of wood with like a U cut into the top of them that just stand freely, and I tie them down obviously, but they just stand up in the cockpit. There's 2 of them, and then there's 2 of them up on the bow, and then I lay very thick PVC pipe down the center of the entire boat, so like one big boom, and then there's big holes drilled through the PVC pipe every few inches, and that's where I tie a bunch of lines going back and forth to anything I can tie it to, just to hold the tarps up essentially, and you know, be able to put up with winter every year and keep the boat nice and clean. I redid all the teak, so I don't want to screw the teak up, so I covered it this year, and yeah, I did a lot of work on the boat this year, made it all nice and pretty. But the problem is, with that stern rail sticking up, you know, your tarp should have an angle like this so the snow falls right off of them. Well, mine, unfortunately, if you follow my cursor, they're coming down and then they're hitting that stern rail, so it does this. And I don't think there's enough weight to bend the stern rail, but you know, with the snow building up right there on both sides, it's kind of pissing me off. So my solution is to take those 4 pieces of wood that hold up the PVC pipes, you know, the framework, and extend the base of them so they stand up by another foot, and that will intend to increase the angle by about 15 to 20 degrees, so that should be enough to knock the snow off of the back end. It's only a few feet on the back, you know, obviously where the stern rail is, that I'm having an issue, so that'll be my project tomorrow, is to go down there. It's supposed to be like 9 degrees, so that really sucks, but you know, go down there and brush the snow off, make sure I'm not damaging anything, and then kind of measure how much more I need to go up. Alright, I've gained some ground on this guy. A couple other guys disappeared. I don't know where they went. And Disco Infidel, where did he go? Good question. Where the hell did he go? No way. So I'm passing him right now. He's out there. That's Disco Infidel. I saw somebody out there. I didn't know who that was, though. Or, well, that might not be him, but he's out that way. That might be Nomad. Or Big Bertha. Nomad. Karis, Disco Infidel. Yeah. Well, I don't know what they see. They want to come into this. I don't know. You gotta imagine we're coming. Let me try something here. I want to just come straight down like this, and then how many miles is that? I can't say it, Johnny. So we should be able to do this in one day, I would imagine. 219 nautical miles. I'm trying to remember how much this boat really does in a day, in a 24-hour period. And then I think we want to just jibe back and forth through here. Come on over. We should be there by... Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Early Wednesday. Oh, God, yes. Yep, that is good. This is when we should be arriving, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe these boats are too slow. It's not that far. I mean, it's a little over 600 miles, so we should be down there. And this looks beautiful right here. As far as the wind speed, that's really strong. But then it's going to get really slow coming into Hobart. It's not a heck of a lot of wind. Obviously, it all gets blocked by all the landmass and the cliffs and the large rocks. So that will be fun, and it also looks like we might be tacking into that bay, so tacking in 1 knot of wind. Not sure I would call that tacking if we're in 1 knot of wind. It might be get lucky if you can get your bow from one side to the other. Alright, well, I think I'm going to log off now. We will probably stream if I can be online. Hopefully I can be online for the finish. Not really sure what time that will be, but we'll try to stream. Maybe we'll do an update, I'm not sure, but we'll definitely stream the arrival into Hobart and to follow up with this start video. So unfortunately I won't be doing the Volvo Ocean race, but oh well. I'd rather do these type of races. And the Volvo Ocean race, again, for this game is not enjoyable when you don't have the right kind of boat. This boat is not good for going around the world because it's not that, racing around the world because it's not that fast. We're going downwind at maybe 12 knots and the real guys are doing 25, so it takes us 10 days longer to do a leg than the real guys, and because we were waiting on people to finish, they're already in Melbourne, and we're just starting that leg tomorrow from Cape Town to Melbourne. So they're going to be in Hong Kong before any of us even get to Melbourne. So it really sucks to be that far behind the real race. So, like I said, I wasn't enjoying the Volvo Ocean race on this game too much with the way it's being run and the lack of urgency in this game as far as the development is concerned, because we don't have any good boats. And honestly, this boat right here, they keep coming out with crappy ones, but this boat right here is pretty much the only one that's enjoyable for me at the moment. So until then, you might see me over on Sail Simulator 5, a very old game, but still extremely enjoyable. They got the VOR 70 in that game, so it's really good Volvo Ocean race type of racing. I think Sailaway needs to take a few pointers from Sail Simulator 5 because the racing over there is a lot better as far as the boats and everything. As far as the multiplayer community, it's good on Sailaway, but there's really not many people on Sail Simulator 5 anymore. But yeah, they need the development needs to take a different turn, or they're gonna lose a lot of people. I've already lost interest in the Volvo Ocean race, so how much longer until I lose interest in the entire game? But anyway, yes, that will end the stream for now. We're kind of taking the lead of this thing, believe it or not. So we're in the lead at the start, and now because these guys are going off over here, we're taking the lead again, so that makes me happy. We'll try to stay in the lead, and I'll see you guys when I do a live stream for the arrival into Hobart in a couple days, hopefully. Thanks for watching. Leave a like. I'll see you guys down in Tasmania. Thanks for watching.